For today's headlines, AFP-PNP continued chase for Tiamzons. Yap and Angara to reconcile versions of the 2021 GAB. Pala says kids to be allowed in malls. Rody warns of Kuratong revival. Vaccine trust drive urge. Blackpink tapped as local telco endorser. Ginebra eyes 2-0 lead. Cloud skies to prevail over Metro Manila. Good morning, I am Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Wednesday, December 2, and now the news. The government security cluster vowed that it will not stop until they have captured wanted fugitives, Benito and Vilma Tiamzons, the alleged leaders of the Maoist New People's Army. Both the armed forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police have intensified their hunt for the couple, who have been found guilty of kidnapping and serious illegal detention of 3 soldiers in a recent court ruling. The Tiamzons, also being tagged as brains of the deadly purge of their comrades during a long program in the late 1980s to 1990s that led to a big split in the Maoist movement, were also found guilty of detention and murder of an anti-drug agent. They were arraigned only in 2014 after their arrest in Cebu City. The Tiamzons were sentenced by the Quezon City Regional Trial Court to reclusion perpetua and ordered to pay damages indemnity of at least 225,000 pesos to their victims. President Duterte released the couple from detention in 2016 so that they could participate in the peace negotiations as consultants of the National Democratic Front of the Philippines. They have been on the loose since then. Instead of a bicameral conference committee, the Senate and the House of Representatives on Tuesday agreed to hold a chair-to-chair session to thrash out differences in their own versions of the 2021 General Appropriations Bill. Contingents from the 2 legislative chambers designated Senate Finance Committee Chair Sonny Angara and his House counterpart House Committee on Appropriations Chair Eric Yap to come up with the final version of the 2021 GAB. This was proposed by House Majority Leader Martin Romualdez, who moved to appoint Yap to discuss budget amendments with Angara during their meeting at the Makati Shangri-La Hotel on Friday. This means the senators and congressmen would only need to submit to Angara and Yap the amendments they wish to be included in the finalized version of the 2021 GAB. They aim to submit the GAB on December 19 for President Duterte's signature. Its ratification would likely be next week. Meantime, the Philippine government will allow children in shopping malls to attract family holiday spending and resuscitate the economy slowed down by the large-scale lockdowns. Presidential spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque said the Metro Manila Council will issue guidelines to ensure that children will not become super spreaders of the virus with the easing of policies. Interior Secretary Eduardo Año announced Monday that minors in areas under GCQ, such as the National Capital Region, will be allowed to go out to shop in malls for the coming holidays. They have to be accompanied by their parents. The policy drew mixed reactions from the public, and some critics pointed out that this runs contrary to the prohibition against mass gatherings. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Fiber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Fiber now.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can you get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Call.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... cancel ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami
Call
mag-deliver.
to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
Some police officers in Zamboanga del Sur are reorganizing the crime group Kuratong Baleleng, President Rodrigo Duterte claimed on Monday. Without elaborating, the president cited unnamed policemen in Mindanao who are allegedly strengthening the crime syndicate that gained notoriety in the 1990s. But he dared these policemen to shape up, saying they do not stand a chance against the government. Based in Misamis Occidental, the Kuratong Baleleng was established in 1986 to guard the province against communist guerrillas. The group's first leader, chosen directly by the military, was Octavio Parohinog, who came from an influential Mindanao family. Parohinog was later killed by soldiers who came to arrest him for a case of illegal possession of explosives. After the group disbanded in 1988, some members continued to operate as an organized crime syndicate involved in kidnappings, robberies, and drug trafficking activities in different parts of Mindanao as well as in Cebu City and Metro Manila. Meantime, the biggest hurdle the government must face to triumph against the coronavirus is not the availability or the rollout of the jab, nor the cold storage or its efficacy, but the people's trust in the vaccine. Dr. Lulu Bravo, Executive Director of the Philippine Foundation for Vaccines, suggested that the government must fire off a wider vaccine information campaign to address doubts on medicines caused by an earlier controversy caused by the vaccine. The public has lost trust in vaccination after the Dengvaxia controversy, which is blamed for the death of a number of young people said to have been administered with the anti-dengue shot. Bravo said controversy had an impact on vaccines for other diseases and may affect the government's drive to have 85% of the country's more than 100 million population to achieve herd immunity. Bravo also explained that if benefits of vaccines are not properly explained, a misunderstanding poses a risk to people's health. She urged help from media outlets, local government units, and government agencies to bring trust in the COVID medicine even before a trial is conducted in the country. Blackpink is coming to your area as Globe Telecom tapped the K-pop girl group sensation to be its latest endorser. Last week, Globe released a teaser poster hinting at a collaboration with the chart-topping South Korean girl group. Rival PLDT Smart has also tapped Korean endorsers including Park Seo-joon, Yoonbin, and Son Ye-jin. Meanwhile, South Korea's parliament on Tuesday passed a bill to allow globally recognized K-pop artists such as BTS to postpone their mandatory military service to age 30. All able-bodied South Korean men and women aged between 18 and 28 must serve in the military for about 2 years. The amendment to the Military Service Act would give BTS members a chance to defer their service age 30. This would mean that 27-year-old BTS member Jin can continue performing with the group for the next couple of years. We will be back. Stay with us.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories continue.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
In sports, Barangay Ginebra shoots a 2-0 lead against TNT later in Game 2 of their PBA Philippine Cup Best of 7 final series at the Angeles University Foundation Gym inside the league's bubble in Clark. Game time is 6 p.m. with the Gene Kings hoping to ride the momentum of their 100-94 overtime win in the series opener last Sunday to draw closer to ending a 13-year All-Filipino title draw. Ginebra could also take advantage of the fact that Tropang Giga top guard Ray Parks Jr. remains doubtful to see action after sustaining a left calf strain in their last outing. TNT is facing a huge challenge if Parks won't suit up as the leading most valuable player, averages 22.5 points, 8.1 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. Metro Manila and the rest of Greater Metro Manila forecast areas will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers. Light to moderate winds coming from the north to northeast will prevail. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will be experienced in Bicol region and eastern Visayas, caused by the tail end of the LPA. Cagayan Valley, Cordillera Administrative Region, Aurora, Quezon, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, and Romblon will have cloudy skies with light to moderate rains caused by the northeast monsoon, while the rest of the country will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers. That wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Taisito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katibu Community. And before we go, we would like to thank the S Store for our wardrobe. Again, this is Sunday Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.
Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Kung nga naman, sir, ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app? So you can do all these without going to the bank. Bank the way you live. Union Bank.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Bilang bagong mag-asawa, sabay kami natututo sa buhay.
Sabay rin namin inaaral ng mga bayarin sa bahay.
Kahit kami, nagtaka sa biglang laki ng electricity bill namin. Huwag pong mangambang maputulan. Sinisigurado ng Meralco na walang disconnection hanggang September.
Estimated bills lang ang natanggap natin ng March, April, at para sa ilan, May. Dahil sa lockdown, isang tabi to para hindi na maguluhan.
Ang May o June ay actual meter reading na. Kung May nagka-actual reading, ibabawas dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran hanggang 3 buwang konsumo.
Kung estimated reading sa May at June nagka-actual reading, ibabawas din dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran. Hanggang 4 na buwang konsumo. Walang labis. Tandaan, kung ano lang na konsumo,
yun lang ang babayaran.
Ako po si Mateo G.
At ako naman po si Sarah G.
G?
G!